She jokes that she got through 70 years of her life without a gun put in her face.
That was Diana DiGiacomo's son-in-law describing what you're seeing on your screen right now. In broad daylight in Chicago's Tony Lincoln Park neighborhood, she was robbed at gunpoint. Diana said the thug demanded her purse or he'd shoot her dog. He snatched her purse and, as you can see, it fled down an alley. DiGiacomo says that she saw the man with his hand in her bag before he threw it to the ground. It wasn't until later she realized that her car key was stolen. She's also been carjacked. Joining me now is that woman in the horrible video, Diana DiGiacomo. Diana, I have a lot of friends who live in Lincoln Park. It's a beautiful neighborhood, a historic neighborhood. What are Chicago's political leaders saying tonight, given what's happening with crime? Obviously, what happened to you is being repeated all too often.
It is. And Laura, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me on. Thank you for all the great reporting that you do. I am the only reason that I am here to talk to you about this is because if people don't show up and vote to change the leadership in Chicago, this is only going to continue to get worse. I'm 70 years old. I've been my entire life without ever having been mugged. And I take my dog out for 2 seconds to go on a lawn, and this is what happens in the middle of the day in Chicago, in Lincoln Park, which is a beautiful neighborhood, beautiful homes. People have just invested a lot of money in their houses, and they pay a lot of tax money to live there. And this is what's happening in the middle of the day. It's just not acceptable.
Well, Diana, there's a lot of folks that I know in the area. They're, pretty liberal, to say the least. I mean, it's a very liberal, politically a very liberal area. So yes. They keep voting. They keep voting for these folks. So, at some point, it's the definition of insanity, is it not? You're voting for Lori Lightfoot or other members of the city council, and yes. There are no changes. The poor police are outmanned and outgunned.
We had a chance to get rid of our state's attorney, Kim Foxx, who let Jussie Smollett walk, and didn't get her out of office. And I don't want to be naming names, but I have basically just in September changed my residence to my house in Lake Geneva because my vote doesn't count in Illinois. That's how I feel.
This video of this elderly woman simply walking her dog in the middle of the day in Chicago, then getting robbed at gunpoint, is so sad. It's hard to believe that this stuff happens on the streets of American cities. This is what happens in third world countries where the mafia and drug cartels rule. Not Democrat politicians, not Republican politicians, not duly elected leaders. These are Democrat-run cities in America today. You have this woke mob mentality in Chicago where police are bad, let's defund them, and allow lawless criminals like this guy to just run and roam the streets time after time after time being arrested. They're just let out. This is what happens when we elect and re-elect Democrats who put lawlessness over law and order and who put defunding the police over backing the blue.